What's up, everybody? Eddie here, and I had quite an interesting experience with the Power A vertical stand for the Xbox One X. I bought it off Amazon. It was $14.99. Set it up. Setup is easy, obviously. It's got two little latches. You pop it in, slide it over. You'll hear it click in place, and there you go. You're good to go. You set her up vertically. She looks nice, but something that I did not take into a consideration, nor did I think about it, because when I used the vertical stand on my Xbox One S, I never had this issue. But the fan, when the Xbox One X was standing up vertically, the fan would be crazy loud, very loud. And I'm talking about 2 minutes after starting turning on the console, the fan would kick on and it would be very loud. And the only reason I paid attention to it was because Gears of War, for some reason, is a little buggy for me sometimes. I'll open up the game, go into play, and I won't realize the volume is off. I have to get out of the game, quit the game, and restart the game, not the console. And then the volume's working just fine. Everything is good. So, volume was off 2 days ago. I heard this loud fan going. And I mean, it was loud. It didn't sound good. It didn't sound like there was any loose parts, bad bearings. It was just the fan itself was very loud. And I had this console from launch day back in November 7th. It was silent up until 2 days ago when I noticed, and it was about 2 weeks since I've had it in the vertical stand. I took the stand off, laid it back down on its side, or laid it back down flat, and the fan wasn't as noticeably loud when it was laying down horizontally versus vertically. But I felt like the damage had already been done. I fortunately have a Microsoft store pretty close by to me, about 15 minutes away. So I went over there, not because of the fan, but because I was having Wi-Fi connectivity issues. So basically, since day one, I would play. Let's say I play on a Monday. I go and play. I turn it on a Wednesday to play. It's telling me there's no Wi-Fi connection, no connection whatsoever. I go into the network settings, go into the Wi-Fi. No networks come up. So obviously, the only thing I can think of was power cycle the console. You hold the Xbox button for 10 seconds, let go. Once it shuts off completely, turn it back on, and the problem is gone. Fantastic, right? But it became a nuisance when I had to do this I was doing at least one power cycle every 1 to 2 weeks. Now, it wasn't as bad in the beginning when I first got it. It happened once or twice in a couple months. It was about one time in November, one time in December, and then about February, it started happening more predominantly. And it was becoming a real pain in the ass. But I didn't know how to take the console over to a Microsoft store, so I didn't want to deal with it. I just put it. I put it on the back burner and didn't mind it. And then the fan happened 2 days ago, and I was like, you know what? Screw this. I paid $500 for this damn console. I don't want nothing to happen to this shit. So I contacted the Microsoft store and made an appointment. You have to set an appointment before you go in. Set an appointment for 6. Went in. The lady on the phone told me that I would need my power cable, my HDMI. I'm thinking they're gonna hook it up to the TV in there. They're gonna play with it to check it out or whatever. I got there. I told the guy the problems I was having. He was like, "Let me go in the back and check if we have another console." He went back, came back with one, and we did an exchange. The longest was waiting for an expert to see me. Other than that, the process itself was about 5 minutes of me and the guy face to face. 5 minutes, and I had my new Xbox One X through the Microsoft Store. Now, the only other option is to ship it out and they repair it and ship back to you, or you have Express. They'll hold $500 on your bank account They'll send you a new one, and then you send yours back. That was an option I was going to go with, but I was just a little weary about sending something back through the mail. You tell them that it's a mechanical issue, but then UPS decides to body slam your damn boxes and shit. Next thing you know, they get it and it's in two pieces. I know it's probably a stupid thing to worry about, but it's something I worry about nonetheless. So when I found out there was a Microsoft store, I put it on the back burner for 2 months. The fan happened. I was like, you know what, screw it. I'm going to do it. And I did. And now my new Xbox One X, it is quiet. I just had about a 2-hour gaming session with a good friend of mine, my brother from another mother, and on Gears of War versus on competitive mode, had no issues whatsoever. Now I just turned her back on. She's been on for about 10 minutes, nice and quiet. So best to believe I will not be putting the vertical stand back on the Xbox because it happened on one. I don't want it to happen again. So this one she'll stay flat for me. But the PS4 Pro, I have no real problems with her. So I'll make sure to leave her up. Anyways, this has been Eddie. This has been my experience with the Microsoft Store, the Xbox One X. I did some searching online. I couldn't find anything to do with the vertical stand. It's funny because if you really look in the fine print, Xbox or Microsoft tells you that you should not stand up the console vertically. But it's funny that the Project Scorpio offers, comes with a vertical stand. Find that interesting. But anyways, this has been Eddie again. Thanks for listening. Peace out, everybody.